hardened criminals as they grow up. The government's latest effort to solve the problem is to target one before they earn themselves an ASBO.
Will it really work? We're joined now by Claire Tikal. Claire's from the children's charity NCH. Joining her, youth worker Nathan John. Hello both. Thanks very much for coming in. Now, the papers were calling this baby ASBO. I mean, what exactly are we looking at here, Claire? What is going to happen to the youngest people?
Well, we haven't actually seen the action plan, which is out, I think, in an hour or so. But my understanding is that this is about trying to reach some of the most excluded and some of the most difficult children and young people. And I hope it's about finding ways to intervene and to prevent them getting into further trouble.
It's about getting them to sign a contract, in a sense, Nathan, that a key worker, so-called, get them and tries to set them back on the right track. Is that the best way to go about this, you think?
It actually is a good scheme. Looking at the press release yesterday, I welcomed a lot of the points, but there are some elements that I don't think will work. For instance, they're targeting the most challenging young people, but they're going to be assigned an assertive and persistent caseworker. Now, when you're dealing with children that are challenging, people like that are going to be seen as authority figures. You need to kind of try to get their buy-in, you need to get into their minds really and form some form of friendship or rapport, so that when you do speak, it goes through.
Like a mentor or something?
Like a mentor or something like that. Someone who they respect. Like, growing up personally for myself, I had many people like authority figures. My mum was an authority figure. But until I had a mentor, someone who just spoke to me like we were friends on a level, I believed in what he said to me, and the guidance that he gave me helped me to turn things around. That's why I'm here today.
Claire, Nathan makes a good point. The words we're hearing at the moment: tough enforcement, non-negotiable support. I mean, it is quite harsh language, isn't it? Do you think difficult children will respond to that?
I think it's important that we prevent and that we go in and we intervene with children and young people early on. Some of the evidence around ASBOs, once you get to an ASBO, is underwhelming. I think what's important, and certainly our experience at NCH, is if we can go in and provide support, much as Nathan has been describing, to children and young people, and critically as well to support their families, we have a fighting chance actually of getting them back on track. And encouraging them to take responsibility for themselves.
But it's finding the line between aggression and understanding, isn't it? I mean, that's the difficult thing here. And if you do come in and you're too sort of authoritarian, then not only the children will turn against you, but also the parents might as well.
Well, absolutely. And as I said, I mean, the stuff that we do, the work that we do, it tends to be about intervening as early as we possibly can.
But there's a point to that in the sense that we are getting involved, it seems, the state's getting involved with potential troublemakers earlier and earlier. I mean, the ASBO was step one. Now, if we're doing this, aren't we in danger of sort of victimising young people at a very early stage?
Yeah, no, we are. The problem we can face is labelling them at such an age where they kind of grow into that label. I've got a son who's nearly 4, and I call him great, special, and he's got so much confidence and he's happy because I call him those things. I don't say you're a problem child, you're challenging, you're bad, because that's who he's going to believe he is and grow into that. But I said early intervention is definitely key. Family support is great, especially parents. Some of these parents are under pressure. Some of these parents didn't have life experience or any parental skills to be parents, so they need support, which is great, and that's what this task force is going to be giving. But there's elements of it that I think for a young person just won't work, but it's great that the government are intervening early.
Claire, it used to be that sort of a harsh word from somebody in authority would be enough to make you mend your ways pretty sharpish. Why do you think things have changed?
I think the children and young people being targeted from the initiative, from what I've seen from the press release, are the people who have the most problems and the most difficulties. These are people who come from very fragmented backgrounds, who haven't had care and support and the kind of things that you need to get where Nathan is describing.
And maybe even the parents don't have respect for authority, and if they don't, it's passing on
multiple problems. I mean, we're talking single parents here. There may be substance misuse problems. There may be parents fathers who are actually absent. So the problems facing these children and young people are huge in terms of actually trying to find ways of supporting them and getting them back into mainstream and giving them the confidence that Nathan's talking about.
Okay, well, thank you both very much.
Thank you for having us.